Hi friends, my name is Chaitanya Patke and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to analyze the match which is going to take place at the Chepauk Stadium tomorrow between Pakistan and Afghanistan. It's a very crucial game for Pakistan because they have lost back-to-back games and with heavy margin against India as well as Australia. As far as Afghanistan is concerned, their confidence was very high after they dramatically thrashed England by 89 runs at the Firozshah Kotla. But due to some poor fielding and lackluster batting, they were found out in their game against New Zealand. But as I said a few moments ago, why this game is important for Pakistan? Because in the game between South Africa and England, England faltered once again. So after four matches, despite the fact that losing two on the trot, Pakistan actually has won the first two matches against Netherlands and Sri Lanka, and New Zealand and England, I beg your pardon, has lost three matches. So still Pakistan are in the hunt for the place in the semi-final, but their hopes are hanging by a thread because if they lose against Afghanistan, then it is all over. But I think so that Pakistan are favorites because their batting is superior to Afghanistan on all fronts. And despite the fact that Shaheen Shah Afridi and Haris Rauf took a pasting in the first 35 overs, they ultimately made a comeback. And yes, their quality of bowling is very good, despite the fact that Afghanistan has world class spinners in Mujibur Rahman, Mohammad Nabi, as well as their talismanic Rashid Khan. Afghanistan, they have to bulk up their batting, as we know that Rahmanullah Gurbaz has performed exceedingly well in the first phase of the tournament, but he has yet to receive support from Rahmat Shah, Ibrahim Zadran, and Hasmatullah Shahidi. If you take out that innings against India, he has also not performed particularly well. The strike rotation in the middle overs is a very huge problem for Afghanistan batsmen. Hope they address it. Their head coach Jonathan Trott used to do that very well, so they should take some leaf out of his book. As we know that Ajay Jadeja also is a mentor to Afghanistan team, so strike rotation will be key for Afghanistan in the middle overs. As we also know that the spin bowling department of Pakistan is not very good. They have Iftikhar Ahmed as a first change bowler, that tells you quite something. Shadab Khan, after repeated lackluster performances, he was benched against Australia. His replacement Usama Mir also bowled well in tandem, but didn't perform according to expectations that the Pakistani management had of him. Plus, if we add that drop catch of David Warner, then actually it was not a good World Cup debut for Osama Mir, but it's okay. It happens. Everybody does the mistakes. He didn't do it on purpose. So he has to redeem himself in this game. As far as the pitch report is concerned, the score at the Chepauk Stadium is always between 270 and 280, is extremely competitive, and I think the team winning the toss should bat first, post 270 280. If they make, I think 220 or 225 in for 3 or 4 loss, then the team has the license to go all guns blazing in the final 10 overs, and they can achieve even 300. But historically and in this tournament as well, 270 280 has been more than sufficient. At the start of the tournament between New Zealand and Bangladesh, I beg your pardon, Bangladesh also got a decent total, but New Zealand chased that down due to Devon Conway and Kane Williamson. As we know that Kane Williamson is in a different league altogether. Pakistani batsmen, any of them, including Babar Azam, I think is not this current form is not reminiscent of Kane Williamson's. So he has to turn up tomorrow. After his 150 against Nepal, he has not even performed in the Asia Cup and in this tournament as well. All the four matches he has been got out. Agreed that in the last match the asking rate was pretty high, but a failure is a failure. And most of the Pakistani cricket experts and fans are rightfully saying that if you perform against Ireland, Zimbabwe, Papua New Guinea, Nepal, then you are not a good batsman or the number one ICC batsman. The ICC rankings are very fragile these days, and everybody knows that we cannot take them at face value. If you have to perform and be remembered in big matches, and you have to perform like that. So Babar Azam should, I think, not worry too much. His bowlers will do the thing tomorrow, but he has to bat and bat and bat. Even if it takes a bit of time at the start of his innings, no doubt. But he has to turn up. Imam-ul-Haq has been in pretty decent nick, but one interesting fact of the Pakistani batsmen is that they have not hit a single sixer throughout 2023 in ODIs in the first power play. So that also tells you something about their mentality. The conservative mentality that the Pakistan team has, that is 270, 280, will be enough. No, today's cricket is 320, 330, but tomorrow's pitch can be an exception. I am saying when there is nothing offered by the pitch to the Pakistani bowlers like we saw in the Chinnaswamy Stadium. So then we have to have the mentality of 320 or even 330. But tomorrow 270, 280, if Pakistan bat first, will suffice, and they should actually win the game, in my humble opinion. With all respect to Afghanistan, Afghanistan needs to bat pretty well, and Pakistan needs to bowl pretty well, especially spinners. Mohammad Nawaz is also not in good form. I think he needs to get his form back. Usama Mir should absolutely be given another go. We cannot judge a book by its cover. At least he deserves two or three chances. The next match also he should play, but that is my personal opinion. A lot hinges on what he performs tomorrow. So all in all, it promises to be an enticing contest. It will be spin friendly, and you can count this match as a virtual quarter final for Pakistan tomorrow. So if they don't win, it will be very, 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 very difficult for them to qualify for the semis. So how did you like my analysis of this preview? Please tell in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press the bell icon for further notifications. We'll meet in the next video. Till then everyone, bye, and I'm humbly requesting to you all once again, please subscribe. Thank you.